Today I want to talk to you about my stationery collection, and not just all of the random things that I have, but the everyday items that I'm actually using and what I have downsized my collection to. Because I know you have a box somewhere in your house full of stationery products that you're not using. I downsized that box quite recently, actually, so it's very organized and nice. But I've got a few items here on my couch, and I want to go through it with you, see if there's anything you have personally or something you're intrigued by and want to know a little bit about. If you've come here from my TikTok, hello, I do a lot of stationery over there. And if you're new just to my YouTube channel in general, hi, I'm Daniel. I am a stationery hobbyist. This is kind of my niche, but I also do a lot of photography, so you'll be seeing a lot of that over on this channel and a little bit on my TikTok. So let's get started with the notebooks. Also, my cats might make a little entrance. This is Atticus. You'll see maybe parts of him. So for the first one here, I have my everyday notebook, which is, I forget what color this is, but we're just gonna say brown. This is the Traveler's Notebook pocket size. I've had this for about a year now, and I've been in the stationery community also for just as long. And I'll tell you, when I first started this, I was comparing myself quite a lot to all of the amazing artists out there that draw and collage in their notebooks, and I wanted mine to be beautiful. But I found myself not really liking a lot of the Traveler's Notebook inserts. I had those, I tried other companies, nothing really worked for me until recently. I was really self-conscious about what was in it. I didn't really like journaling. I didn't really like scrapbooking in a way, but I found what works for me. But before we get inside, let's check the outside of my notebook. So here I have a Traveler's Notebook Taiyaki charm. And then next to it is, I believe it's a Chinese coin. I've had this since I was a kid, and I finally have some use for it. I used to wear it as a necklace. And then up top here I have a Traveler's Notebook clip. It's brass, it's quite heavy, and I have a heavy, or a thick notebook in here, so it's good to hold those pages down. And then up top, I have a little leaf. It was a bookmark, but it just kept falling out of my books, so I taped it in here. It's like too short. And then on the side, I have my favorite pen, which is by Tom's Studio. It is the Lumos Mini. The orange was a special edition, so you can't get this color, but they have a lot of different ones, and they keep coming out with awesome products. It is a infinitely refillable felt tip pen with interchangeable tips. I have a code if you're interested in purchasing from them, so I'll put that here. You get 10% off. It's a great company, and I have more of those pens in my collection that I'm going to show you. But I'll show you this one for now. This is my everyday. I recently put black ink within it, but here you can see I have a felt tip. It's perfect pocket sized. And oh, also, it doesn't come with this clip. This is, if you're interested in getting the clip for your pen, the Kaweco Lilliput in medium. They have a couple different sizes, which I realized. Don't get the small, it's not going to fit. But let's open up my notebook now. Sorry for any clanking with these charms. I'll try to keep that to a minimum. So I have a page keeper here. So let me just remove that so I can show you. On this side I have a Pokemon card. This switches often depending on which one I really want to look at. So this is who I have now. And then I put a little cat sticker over here. And then this is a Traveler's Company little sticker kind of fold thing. So I put that there. And then I go to the page in my agenda. Oh, real quick. This is a 2026 date book by Midori. So it's perfect size, it's so little, and the colors are so cute. It works really well with my color scheme, I would say. So I use another Tom Studio pen that is basically this, but it has orange ink, and I'll use that for filling out my agenda, and then I highlight out the days. I've got a little coffee card back there. And this is my main notebook. So this is a Penco B7. This is the grid version, which I found Grid is my favorite type of notebook to use because it helps me write straight lines, but I can also put stickers, paste things, and draw on it without it feeling weird with just the lined paper. So I started with a little blurb, well, a couple sentences of just affirmations, I suppose, like, I will be inspired, I will create, I will be proud, I am creative, I am proud, I am growing. And then I have a little business card here, because lately I just have been feeling a little bit off about my art, so I've put in some reminders here. And then I've started pasting some inspiration, so photography that inspires me, or things I want to try myself. I found this to be so fun. This is what I was mainly going to do with this notebook, but it's starting to evolve, which is great. And then the next page has my artwork, and it says, you can create, look. So it's a little reminder of, hey, you've done stuff that you're really proud of. Don't forget to keep going. So I just print these out on like regular printer paper. I did a little sketch when I was on vacation recently. I'm trying to get back into sketching, but I'm not feeling quite confident, at least here. Also, I've been using masking tape to keep, if the pages rip, I'll just add masking tape or use masking tape to tape things in. I think it gives it such, I don't know, like whimsy using masking tape instead of clear tape, which is a product that is with me. They don't make anything smaller, but this one's like not very thick, so that's nice. And then I've got a little sketch here of a photo idea that I want to execute, and then I'm gonna paste it here. So hopefully I'll be like, wow, that empty space, I have to go do it. Let's go. Next spread I'm really proud of. This is when things sort of started shifting. This sticker, I'll just read some of it. Maybe I already have everything that's within me. I know I will keep evolving. And then a little picture of my cat. So again, another inspiration page. That's mostly what this notebook has become to fuel my art. And then I started learning how to crosshatch. And this was my first attempt. I just searched things on Pinterest to start practicing and get inspo. I just looked at a photo and executed it because I was like, I have no idea how to do it. So there's that. And then I've also been taping little notes throughout, again, with that masking tape. And then I just started writing some goals for video work I've been wanting to do. Another sketch for photo and photo inspo. And then I really started getting into the cross-hatching. These, again, are inspired or taken from Pinterest. I'm not trying to sell, I'm just trying to learn how people are doing it. So this was my first one. And then I started also adding watercolor to it. So you'll start seeing that. This was another fun page. Really liked these. And I learned that my ink is not waterproof, the black ink. So I went and got some black waterproof ink. And then here's some more. I really like these. This one was actually based off of a location that I was sitting at a coffee shop with. So that was fun to work with. There's not a lot of cross-hatching here. It's also incomplete, but it was more of a watercolor thing. And I had a good time making it. And again, low pressure kind of situation. And then got some other inspired work. Just inner working mind things. And that's pretty much it for that notebook, and it's getting its use, of course. And then I've got a one-off notebook clipped to the back so I can write lists and then rip them. I think that's one of my favorite parts about this, is that little one-off notebook. So that's my everyday notebook. That one is the biggest thing in here. Everything else will kind of go a little quickly. My other traveler's notebook is the beautiful red Love and Trip. And then I've got a cream clampy in here, which I'm hoping to switch once I get a Paper Republic pocket-sized red. I think the red and the cream will look really good, and my birthday's coming up, so we'll see about that. But this is a special notebook mainly for my partner, so I'm not going to show much, but I've been collaging in here, writing notes to her, talking about our trips that we've been on. I'll show you one page here because it's just got pictures of her and a little sticker. here. This page is really cute. I think that was my most recent one. Yeah, and there's just one notebook in here and a little folder. And then we did this aura reading together. Isn't that so cute? So I keep that in there as well. I have another notebook. This is a Paper Republic one. I've got a Clampy here. This one's quite boring compared to the others. It's my photo business finances. So just bill reminders, a folder, and then a spreadsheet of all my expenses and my income. Boring, but necessary, and this is the perfect vessel for it. I believe it's the XL. This one I think is olive. I love these little notebooks here. This is my to-do list one. So I make sure I get all my photo editing done off of that checklist. And then if I have a meeting, this is a good write some notes down notebook. I also have a little photo printer. This one's Kodak. Doesn't really matter what brand you use, but this is great. And it makes either collages or Polaroid size pictures. And then I print those out and put them in my notebook. Then I have a sticker pouch here. This is Hobonichi. It's got a little flap, put a bunch in there. I can go over my stickers someday. I need to get maybe more. And then another pouch here. And I've been actually using these stickers. A lot of them, I'm sure, as you know, have been laying around and not doing anything with them, but I have been using them. So also sort of along the sticker lines, washi tape, of course. So here's all of my favorites in one place. This pouch I got from a friend who makes modular stationery bags. Their company is called the Buttercup Brigade. They're over on TikTok and Instagram, so go check them out if you're interested in this washi tape holder. But I don't know if you can get it separately right now, but they do have their bags on sale. So I'll show that. It's stored away currently because I'm not using it at the moment, but this I frequently use. So it's nice, it's got this clear window, which looks great on the bag right on the front to display. And then you unzip it and it's got a little holster in there. And it also has these ridges to rip the tape and use it. And then you can keep it all together still instead of them all being very loose in your bag. So please go check them out. I'll leave their link down below as well as that Tom Studio code. Last item is my Sula pouch that I got from Chicago Stationery Fest. It was part of the VIP package. I don't know if I love the color personally. I'm more of like a brown, warm tone person, so I don't use this bag often. But it's nice when I just want to pop this in my bag and have the things that I need. So other things that I have with me, occasionally I will take this book with me. It's so cute. There's more and I need them because I take inspiration from these illustrations and I watercolor them in a little tiny little watercolor paper notebook. I can only really watercolor tiny things. I can't do big projects. So I have that. And then of course, a little watercolor palette thing, very tiny. And then I have got these golden scissors, tools by Liveby, I think. Tools to live by. Oh my gosh. They're small, good for cutting little things. And then the last item I have inside here is another pouch, but it has most of the things I need. If I don't take those things, I'm definitely taking this little pouch. I've just had this for a while. It's soft. I really like how it feels. And to go along with the watercolor, I just have this brush that it came with. It compacts like half its size, but then there's no water in it. So that's why I just leave it in my little pouch. Got a glue stick, of course, to glue pictures down or things. I've got a couple markers in here. This is my favorite marker. It's V Sign Pen Pure Liquid Ink by Pilot. I think there's several different versions, but it's this really thick marker, and the black that comes out of it, I just have to show you. Wow. It's just so crisp and like blackest black. So I really love that for outlining things or just drawing titles. And then I just have a liner ink. It's water resistant, so I'll also use that for lining my watercolors. This is just, you get these at any other store. There's different types. You've seen them. Next, this is the highlighter that I do my agenda highlighting in. It's square. It came with a bunch of different colors, but the yellow is nice, or I'd have an orange. I've got a little pill container in there. And then I recently picked up this mechanical pencil, Monograph 0.5. It's got a little weight in it, so when you're writing or erasing, it like shifts. I hate really hard pencil lead, so this is a bit of a soft, great for sketching. Probably smudges easily, but I'm going to be erasing it half the time anyway. And then just extra over here. And then I also have, like I said earlier, my second Lumos Mini, and this has orange ink in it. I just recently swapped the two. It made more sense to have the orange in the orange pen, but I didn't use it as often, but I wanted to display the orange and I used the black more, so I just swapped the reservoirs on the inside. So that is my everyday stationery haul. Thank you so much for watching. I'm curious if you have any of these products or are interested in learning more about some of them, especially those Tom Studio pens. I could talk about those forever and they're so cool. I have a bunch of videos of the products over on my TikTok. There's like a main one, which is, I think it's quite long, but you can check it out, and there's a couple more. Or just go over to Tom Studio. I'll leave their website down there and check them out. But don't forget, if you get anything, please use my code. You get 10% off, and I do make a little bit of a commission, which is very nice right now. I could very much use it, but again, no pressure. Just saying, everybody loves a discount. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment below a stationery product that you love, and I will see you in the next one.